like this podcast, like this is different. I'm an avatar.
It seems like we're Meet the Robinsons now.
Exactly.
Where everything is just flying cars. Like what we imagined to be what was in the future, but it's getting there, but it's not.
Kind of like also reality at the same time.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Realest Podcast, episode 18. Banner is kind of right there, right, Caitlin?
It's dead.
It's R.I.P., as some might say. Some might say it is R.I.P. You're probably wondering if you are on audio why our voices sound muffled, but I would recommend to check out the video because all the video viewers are seeing what we're doing right now. Well, seeing what we look right now. It is our Halloween episode. I'm not going to keep this on much longer.
Me neither.
Okay, I'm going to take this off. But we are here for our Halloween episode. Gotta love it, gotta love it. I don't know where I'm going to keep it right there for right now. But I want to see what I look like with this afro on. There we go. Oh, that actually kind of looks fresh. Let me see if I can put my headphones on. There we go. Alrighty. Well, we're here for our Halloween episode. As some, podcasts, they dress up. We decided to, we just didn't. I should have asked you to put on your Jesus stuff. That would have been really funny. Jesus with, this white scary mask from, The Purge. But anyways, again, welcome back to the Realest Podcast. Hopefully you're having an amazing day. If you guys are here on the YouTubes, remember to subscribe, leave a comment as well, your favorite part of this episode. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you find your podcast, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I think I appreciate it a little bit more than Caitlin does.
I'm just
here. I don't think Caitlin's ever seen the statistics of it. She's just here eating. She's slowly just on the podcast every single time that I have no guest. So shout out Caitlin, always saving the day, here to eat some food at the beginning of the podcast. And not only that, give her input on today's topics. How was Scarywood yesterday, Caitlin?
Terrifying.
So, for those that don't know, Scarywood is basically like an amusement park. Scarywood isn't the amusement park. It's Silverwood, which is the amusement park. And during October, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they do like a Scarywood, where they basically make the entire amusement park a scaring ground. Like a scaring ground, a screaming ground. A scarer ground.
Terrifying ground.
That too. Because you were there and you know what it was like. How was it like, Caitlin?
I enjoyed it, but in a hateful way.
It was not a good memory.
No, it was a good memory, but I was like, come on, I'm scared. But it was fun. It was fun, but very terrifying.
Because you can handle some scaring here and there.
I can.
But maybe on a movie where you know that you're not going to be interacting with all these scary things, right? So you were there at Scarywood interacting with these scary things, which kind of seems like counterintuitive to, your whole stick on scaring stuff.
It's scary. There's people that's popping out of nowhere. This dude, he looked like Frankenstein. He didn't look like Frankenstein, but the height and the build of him was like Frankenstein, and he had a chainsaw, and he would drag it right in front of you. It was scary.
Did it spark at all?
No, because there's no
chain. It's just
yeah. I said hey to the chainsaw man though. There's another one.
Oh, there's multiple.
There was multiple.
Wow.
I was like, hey, how's it going?
I'm definitely not scared right now, but I also am very scared.
Yeah.
I get you. I gotta move my hair out of my face.
There was a nun.
There was a nun.
A creepy nun.
We've seen a nun.
We have.
In real life, when we were buying fabric for this podcast.
Literally, yeah.
Literally. No. But there was a scary nun.
That followed me, and she was like, Caitlin! I'm like, get away from me, because my friend said my name.
Yeah.
They're like, Caitlin, look behind you. Or, Caitlin, watch out. I'm like, what? And then I was like, we kept on walking, and she just kept on following us. So I turned around, and I was like, what do you want? What do you want?
Caitlin went from being scared to now back-talking the scarers. which I don't know if it's the best method because you might get scared more.
Yeah.
But what are they going to do? Like attack you? Because they can't touch you.
Yeah, they can't.
The water bottle fell. My bad.
They can't touch you, but
They're
they were,
they're going to physically tackle you. They're just going to tackle you right onto the
there
grass.
was a little Chucky, and I thought
Really?
I thought he was the funniest thing ever.
Really?
He was running, but it was like a waddle.
Like a
Yeah.
left, right type thing.
It was funny.
That's funny. That is really, really funny. Well, I'm glad that you obviously got to enjoy that because I went there like 5 years ago when I was like in 7th grade. That's not even 5 years ago. 5 years ago was like sophomore year in high school.
So
Like 8 years ago. Yeah. I was there my 7th grade year with Dustin and JJ. Both my soccer teammates at the time. We went.
Only 3 of you?
I think there was somebody else. Well, I know Sean might have been there. Remember, yeah. I think Sean was there. I think Julie was there because Julie doesn't really care too much about the scaring. She's kind of fearless in a way. So, yeah, I think that was the time that I went. And I wasn't like super scared. I mean, yeah, it was scary, but like maybe not as scared as you might have been because
I was terrified.
Yeah, I heard the voice messages. You were like, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Can you come pick me up? It's just too much.
It was. I was freaking out in the line. I'm like, I can't do this. Guys, we can just leave right now.
Yeah. And the funny part is you went on the scariest ride
Scariest haunted house.
Haunted house. Yeah, scariest haunted house first.
And I didn't even know
until you went on to all the other ones and realized those aren't as scary.
Yeah. I hated it.
Maybe it was a good thing. I don't know.
It was a good thing, though. Because, like, our scariness would be, like...
Yeah, you had a threshold of here, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe
it's not
as bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off this afro. It's, like, really, like you're going to see on my forehead.
Really red.
Yeah, it's really red. It's like cinching against my forehead. Like, it's giving me a headache. I'm going to leave this right here, because why not? We're just going to have a giant fluff ball showing right there. Hold up. Maybe we can set this up. There we go. Look at that.
Looks good.
I think it looks good. I think it looks great. Anyways, Caitlin, obviously you went to Scarywood last night. Never going again, huh?
No, I'm never going again.
Tough. We'll invite her back like in 3 years.
Nope.
I think we'll be okay. I think, especially when she's kind of a little bit older, I think the scaring threshold, maybe we'll just like watch a whole bunch of The Purges with Mom.
Yes.
We'll watch a whole bunch of scary movies with Mom. So not only are you not scared when you go back, but Mom's not scared if she goes.
We can get her to go.
We can get her to go. I think we can. I definitely think we can. Anyways, I wanted to get into today's podcast. I know you have some stuff that you're going to do today.
I'm busy today.
You're busy today. You're like booked. You're like more booked than I am today, surprisingly.
I know.
You got the podcast, 2 soccer games that you're not playing in, but you're watching. Are you is it just at the same place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's nice. And then you have a Halloween party tonight. And you're dressing up as? Jesus. I swear we should have had you dressed up today, but you just got out of the shower. I didn't really think about that. But Halloween episode, we're here. Obviously, we want to talk about some Halloween stuff growing up.
Yeah.
We want to talk about, our amazing set today. You can't even tell there's a cobweb net. You literally cannot tell.
You just see
It's all white.
holes.
I see holes.
No, but you can see holes there.
You can kind of see the holes on the camera. The camera. I don't think they had that back then. The camera, the digital camera. It's a new thing. You should try it out.
No.
Anyways, also wanted to talk about, Facebook. Remember Facebook? No longer Facebook.
Why is it not called Facebook?
It's no longer Facebook. It's called Meta.
Is that for real?
Yes.
You're kidding.
No.
Why?
I'll explain that. Also wanted to talk about the Alec Baldwin situation, which I hadn't touched on. Kind of wanted to touch on it here, since you don't really know anything about it. Figured I would touch on it here. And I also want to talk about MrBeast, who you've never shook his hand, never met him, but
Same with you.
Never shook his hand, never met him, but I know him. Exactly.
And that's all that matters.
That is all that matters. I had a dream that I was on the Impulsive podcast. It was really weird. It's really weird.
I was so scared I was going to have nightmares last night, so I slept with my LED lights on.
Yeah, I was so confused because I walked by your room last night and I was like, Kaylin?
But I'm so confused.
Kaylin?
How was my water bottle in the restroom?
I don't know. You ate pizza. I saw it there. I grabbed it thinking it was mine. Then I had mine over by the computer room, and I'm like, well, that's not mine. I took my wrapper off, and then I left that one by your
Door.
And then it ended up in the bathroom sink when I woke up. So that was
when
really
I woke
funny.
up too. But I don't remember waking up.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. But beyond that, also, that's kind of all the 3 topics. We wanted to obviously talk about scary, which we did, which is,
Scary.
But as you probably might know about the Alec Baldwin situation, I have like a little thing here.
No, I don't. Who even is he?
You know Alec Baldwin. You know Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Haley Baldwin.
Her dad?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, no, I know him then.
Okay, so Alec Baldwin, if you didn't know, he was on a movie set for the movie that he's starring in, Rust. It's being filmed in New Mexico, and he had a prop gun. I'm surprised you haven't heard about this. And he had a prop gun, and that so-called prop gun had a live bullet in it. And so they're running through the set, basically. They're in this barn for a certain, scene. And he's supposed to fight his way out.
Yeah.
Because he's, like, trapped in this corner. And so they, like, practiced what the scene looked like. There was, like, a ray of sunshine coming through this barn at the time. And so they readjusted the angles of the cameras. And Alec Baldwin was, like, he pointed the gun at the camera to kind of, like, he's... However that felt to him.
Getting into character.
Yeah, kind of getting into character and like kind of practicing. And he kept being reaffirmed that the gun is like cold, meaning that there's no bullet in it.
Yeah.
A hot gun means that there's a bullet in it.
Yeah.
Cold gun, none. And he kept being told that there was a cold bullet. It was a cold gun, so there's no bullet. And so he decided to fire because it would have just been just a dud gun. It would have been, it just wouldn't have done anything. But while he was pointing the gun at the camera, he shot, and it killed the film cinematographer. I don't actually know how to pronounce her first name. Helena?
She's dead.
She's dead. Like, yeah, she got shot right in, like, the gut here. Like, pretty much, like, right here. And she, like, fell back and bled out and died. Who was 42 at the time, and also wounded the film's director, Mr. Sousa. He's also 48. Well, he's not also, but he is 48. So they're obviously both really young.
So he killed someone.
He killed somebody. And so the troubling part about it is because it obviously is an accident,
Yeah.
But there was a lot of speculation. There was a lot of, people on set that had left simply because the prop gun was, it did have some things happened a few days earlier that it was malfunctioned, like it was like an actual gun or, like it was having some issues. And so the troubling part for him is obviously it is an accident, but he's also a producer of the film, which makes you like very liable for accidents like this, which becomes really tough because as an actor, persecution for this woman's death and this other guy's injury isn't, really on the table.
Yeah.
But as a producer, who your job, in a way, is to obviously make sure that things get done, but everyone's safety is taken care of. And so, obviously, killing a woman is very much...
Oh, my goodness. How did I not hear this?
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't. That's why I was so confused. You're like, who's Alec Baldwin? I don't know who that is. I'm like, Justin Bieber? Haley Bieber?
I literally...
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah. So it's a pretty interesting situation. Obviously an accident.
Yes.
To say the most, but I think as more things came out about it, like days before when this same gun or a gun very similar had kind of the same issues, who knows? It could have been prevented,
Yeah.
This was very early in the day, it seemed like. Because they were setting up the scene.
Yeah.
And then, I think that happened, and I don't think they filmed since, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like an old Western movie.
Yeah.
Because they're in, like, this, old rustic barn, and,
Yeah.
So that was pretty interesting, to say the least, but, I wanted to obviously talk about that. because I didn't know that you didn't know. So now you know. And obviously mom knows and dad knows about the Crow. You know Bruce Lee, right? Like one of the greatest martial artists of all time. His son, Brandon Lee, was on a movie, The Crow. There was also a prop gun. He got killed.
Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. He died on the set because of a live gun.
That's
or
crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And so I don't know if there's been many incidences in major films like this since, Brandon Lee. Because like making a real muzzle flash, like making a real kind of like semi-muzzle flash without CGI compositing and, like making it seem real with like the thing, like a holster popping back or like the gun shell coming flying out, like those are not easy to replicate. So like blank guns are typically the way to do that, but not in the way you might seem. Is mom taking a shower?
Yeah.
Goodness sakes. But beyond that, that's kind of like the general way of going about it. It's a blank gun, but it just doesn't look as real.
Yeah.
So it's going to be weird to kind of see how it develops because it's already kind of developed in a way that's
When did this even happen?
Probably like 2 weeks ago, like a week and a half ago.
Oh.
Probably like today's Saturday.
Yeah.
So it probably happened like 2 Saturdays ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I hadn't been able to touch on it because we haven't filmed a podcast. So figured I'd touch on it here because, I think it's a very important topic, especially somebody who is in the world of video in a way. To kind of see that happen is kind of tough. But also want to talk about Facebook, Caitlin.
Why is it changing to Meta? Why? Who did this? Is it actually changing? Like, when was this?
So this was announced, I think, a few days ago. I think like 2 days ago. I think it was like Thursday or Friday. Today's Saturday. I think it was Tuesday.
Meta?
Not Tuesday. Yeah, maybe Wednesday. I don't know. Earlier this week, Facebook changed their name to Meta because, well, think about it. Facebook is the company name.
Yeah.
Like we have the Realest Podcast, and now we have, we create like this app, and we create another app, and we own this one, and we own that one. So what they basically did is they took Facebook from their North Star instead of like the top of the pyramid, and they just moved it to the other parts of the pyramid. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Facebook owns Instagram, WhatsApp, and a whole bunch of other apps. And so basically instead of Facebook owning those two, they basically put Facebook on the same level as them and then rename their entire company Meta. So it's like, I'm trying to describe it. Like when you see
I understand.
Yeah, like Origin.
Yes.
Like, like think about it like the Sims owned all the Origin games.
I know. So, but like, why? Why?
So, VR chat.
Yeah.
Anything VR, like Oculus. So obviously Facebook owns Oculus.
Yes.
And so a part of their kind of shtick to change their name is within the world of VR. It's called the Metaverse. Like that's what it's physically called. And so they just took the first part of that, Meta, and then called that their company.
Terrible.
What would you rate the name?
Terrible. Don't even change it.
Yeah, so it basically because I think the one thing was because I think they really saw Facebook as just a social media app, social media company.
Not a whole brand, I guess.
Yeah, not it didn't have an identity.
Yeah.
It was just social media stuff.
Yeah.
And so in their like introduction video to Meta, which wasn't their hour-long freaking video. Hour and 17-minute long, like like a keynote, like when Apple releases like a new phone, they have like somebody speak. They had Mark Zuckerberg speak, Mr. Lizard, and they basically had him talk about Meta. And it's kind of cool, it's kind of weird at the same time, but
I understand it, but
yeah. I wrote a whole bunch of stuff about it on here. I think it's really weird that they had Mark Zuckerberg be the one to tell us about Meta because he's like the most like inhuman like person to talk about it. He's like, the internet, we love it, we hate it. Facebook, social media, company, no longer. We want to create. I'm like, bro, move your hand like you're grabbing like a pair of tits. Like this is what he's doing the entire time. He's like, no, that one, no. Meta, Facebook, Meta, Facebook. He's like grabbing, like this is what he's doing the entire time. It's funny. But I think there's some really cool things about the video. But again, it's just obviously all just like a lot of CGI.
Yeah.
And that obviously makes it look a little bit more perfect than it might be. It's basically like, imagine a world, imagine your house, physical things in virtual reality, which he doesn't actually refer to it as virtual reality. He basically just says like in the metaverse. Like in like
it seems like
this podcast, you know, like this is different. I'm an avatar.
It seems like we're Meet the Robinsons now,
Exactly.
where everything is just flying cars, like
Yes.
what we imagine to be what was in the future, but it really, it's getting there, but it's not.
Kind of like also reality at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a cool concept because I think we've also been warmed up to a lot of the virtual reality stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we've kind of had, you know, like you could hold a lightsaber in, you know, Oculus, but it's not a real lightsaber, you know, but you can feel like you're holding one. So kind of like the same thing in that in a way, but you could obviously physically hold a lightsaber, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting to see. But yeah, it's I think the best part of it all is that on the YouTube videos since they released Meta as their new company name and they, you know, created all the videos about it. I think they have like 8 different videos. They all have the dislike to like ratio off. Like they have it off. So you could only, it just says the thumbs up, like, thumbs down, dislike. You can't even see a rating on it, which I find it really funny.
That's funny, yeah.
So I think it just shows that they know how much of a joke that it actually is.
Yeah.
To like be posting all these videos. I don't think I could see a world where they turn it on. I could see a world where they don't. But it's really funny because it just shows that like they're super in tune with how much of a joke this is gonna be.
Yeah,
you know, because all their other videos get like 50%.
So Facebook is still gonna be Facebook.
Yeah, so like that app, you know, like Facebook with the, you know, the app, that will still be Facebook. I'm obviously assuming that, but they're not gonna change like Facebook because it's now a part of, you know, like Instagram and WhatsApp and you know, they're not gonna change Instagram and WhatsApp to Meta.
Yeah,
and they're gonna have an app called Meta to, you know, get to those 3.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we've been kind of warmed up to the idea of virtual reality, especially with Oculus, you know, and VR stuff. And so I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Dude brought Oculus to school one day.
Did you try it out?
No, because
you didn't ask?
No.
But Meta. Facebook. Meta. Come on, like do the Zuck.
No. No thanks. Not
it's
at
okay.
all.
It's okay, Caitlin. It's okay. You gotta watch the video. It's so funny. Like it's only a 6-minute video. He's just like.
You said it was an hour.
Well, there's 2 different videos.
Oh.
There's like one introducing Meta, and then there's one where it's the basic keynote.
Oh.
So the keynote's super long, but it was funny. It was really funny. But I also wanted to talk about TeamSeas.
What's that?
TeamSeas, Caitlin? What do you think it is?
Something about the ocean.
Okay.
Or the sea. Is the
Pretty
sea and
much,
the ocean the same thing?
Not necessarily, but pretty much the
Okay, let's try that.
same thing. But I wanted to talk about it because MrBeast, again, who you know.
But never shook his hand or talked to him.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Mark Rober, who you also know.
Who?
Mark Rober does like the squirrel mazes, and he does like the he's like an engineer. He worked for NASA. He always wears like a backwards cap, and I bet you if you see his face, you definitely watch his videos. I've seen you watch his videos.
Give me a photo.
Okay, I'll give you a photo right now. Okay, let me look up Mark Rober. Mark Rober, American YouTuber. This guy.
I've seen him before, but I've never watched him.
Yes. So he and MrBeast are working on another project. You remember Team Trees, Caitlin?
Nope.
No? Okay. Okay. Well, this has gone a lot differently than I thought. So
well, I'm like never on. I don't know. I feel like I'm never on what's going on now.
It's okay. You know, so Team Trees back in 2019 was a campaign, an environmental effort to plant 20 million trees.
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
So the Team Trees again, you know, like Meta's the thing. Team Trees is the thing.
Yeah.
So Team Trees obviously was, you know, planning on raising $20 million, and $1 would plant 1 tree, so 20 million trees in return. And so this time they're back 2 years later for the sequel, and it's Team Seas. Exactly. TeamSeas, Caitlin. And so they're basically there on the oceans, on the beaches, cleaning up. They have a lot of, videos out thus far. I don't know what the total is for the day thing, like what it is for the first 24 hours. They raised like 1.5 within like the first 3 hours.
How are they? Like, what's the goal?
30 million.
Oh,
$30 million. Guess how much they've raised so far, Caitlin?
In a day? How much day?
It's like 23 hours, 30 minutes.
Oh, so this just like happened?
Yeah, like yesterday. Pretty much.
7.9 million.
Okay, so you're a little overshot, but 4.27 million.
Okay, I was close.
Yeah, I personally have not donated yet, but I plan on it. There's been some people that have donated a lot of money, which is pretty cool. It's kind of nice to see. Vicstar donated.
That's good.
He donated $13,337 pounds.
Million.
Yeah, Dr. Mike. Remember the doctor that does like YouTube? You might know him. He donated 11111. I love that they do like this thing where they have like somebody who does like 100,000 10 and then they go 100,000 11, 100,000 12, and so they just basically do that. But yeah, it's been awesome thus far to kind of see that obviously transpire into $4 million in a day. And their goal is obviously by January 1st of 2022, which is
seriously, that's how long the project's going to go on?
Yeah, basically like 2 months.
What are they even doing? 2 months? Shoot, we're almost there. We're almost
final stretch, Caitlin.
Because technically it's already November. So like December, January.
December. But yeah, so basically the few days of October, all of November, and then December, which I also find very interesting. I wanted to talk about this because obviously those times are very filled with spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I don't know if their philosophy is that people are spending a lot of money, that we're going to like, hey, mom, dad, I would like to spend money towards this project.
Yeah.
Like just put like $20 for this project for me. It's like maybe a Christmas gift or something.
Yeah.
But I think it's very interesting,
What are they even doing?
They're raising money.
For what? Like, what is this money going to?
So, in TeamSeas when $1 was one tree?
Yeah.
So $1 in TeamSeas is for 1 pound cleaned up from the ocean of trash. So basically everything right there, plus more. We have a lot of trash in the room, like directed in that location.
In that location?
And on the ground. Oh. I got it. I got it. But yeah, so that's pretty interesting to see. Obviously their environmental efforts have reached their goals. They reached $23 million last time around in 2019. And then in 2021, they're back at it again. For another round, but $10 million more.
Joey, can you drink like this?
Okay. I'll try here. I drank way too much water. Jesus. It like went right to my freaking like here. My sternum was throbbing.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing. I'm excited to see how it turns out. I'm excited to see how the obviously money efforts go.
Yeah.
Because I think last time Elon Musk donated $1 million, which is kind of insane. Elon Musk of all people. And then I think the CEO of Shopify, which you probably don't know.
Yeah, no, I do. Shopify is...
You know Shopify, but you obviously don't know the CEO.
No.
But the CEO of that company, which you do know, he donated $1,001,001. Again, with the same thing of just like one-upping by just $1.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, if I want to one-up again, then I got to donate another $1
Yeah.
and $2 more. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm excited again to see how that turns out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I plan on doing a video where we obviously like clean up a lot of the rivers, clean up a lot of the areas around Spokane. That's kind of like one of my missions to do. So
You're on a mission.
I'm on a mission, Caitlin. Also to reach 100K by the end of the year. So if you guys want to join the efforts, again, make sure to go subscribe to the main channel, The Real Jared.
Me too.
You're on a mission too, Caitlin?
To 1 million.
To 1 million.
100 million.
100 million.
By the end of my life.
Of like what's the quantity?
100 million.
Subscribers?
People
that you've met, talked to?
I'm not sure. That number will be a number.
Well, it will be quantified in some regards. Like 100 million like calories ate? Like what we talking about here?
100 million gallons of water drank. Team water.
Team water indeed, Caitlin. Yeah, so that's their efforts. Anything else that you want to talk about? You're driving.
Oh my God. It is so boring.
You're driving. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, I won't say on here, but your season ended on Thursday, and during that same time, somebody had to fill in. So, but I won't say on here who that was.
It was you. Not to point fingers.
But I had to fill in for you. Caitlin. It was fun. It was really nice. I like knew all the answers because I'd been through the course and actually drove. I've drove. You have not yet. What, are you excited? Are you nervous?
No, nervous. Just nervous.
Just nervous to like step foot behind the wheel and be like,
just like.
Yeah, I think if you get like a little practice, you know, just like driving up at the parking lot, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust me. Hopefully.
Why don't we for driving? Why can't the cars be
like virtual in the metaverse?
Trucks.
Semi-trucks. So you have to have like a certain license for that, unfortunately, Caitlin. Unfortunately, you have to have like an E-class driver's license, which is a little different than what our standard.
That's what we're doing right now.
Oh, you're getting E-class driver.
Sign me up
for driver's ed of semi-trucks.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to driving school for semi-trucks. I'm pretty sure you need a license before you do that.
No, no, you don't. She told us
to just go into driving a semi-truck.
Yeah.
So this is where you got the idea from your driving instructor, who is Mrs. Humphreys. Humphrey? No, Humphreys.
No.
Just Humphrey.
Yeah, which is so weird to say. Humphrey.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. There was a few people that had like their mic unmuted and didn't know it, and like say something, and then she like pauses.
She's like,
"Oh, and okay," like and you know, like, "Oh, you know what happened?" And she just continues with the lesson. She was on the same worksheet. It was like a mix, match the letter to the number or the word, and it was basically just like, you know, ABCD, like stuff of that nature. And she was on that for like an hour. It's like 20 things. She took like 3 minutes each to just talk about each of them.
That's funny.
And like ask questions, and then like people would be like, it was the same kid, Alan. He would be like, Elon, yes.
Elon.
Yes.
And he's so funny. I don't know. Yes. I don't understand why.
Yeah, it seems like he like knows a lot about cars because he like answers every question.
Seriously?
Yes. Like he answered every question unless he was not told to answer because she'd ask somebody else. But it was it was fun going back for a day. It was like, yay. I basically had to sit there with your headphones on. I played like the game of life. I played like this 1v1 battle.com, just battling people 1v1 like Fortnite. And then I was also like trying to put out a TikTok at the time, and I couldn't because like it took forever to download on here. And then when I tried, I you know, like on TikTok how you can make like little segments and then redo the segments.
Yeah.
I was trying to redo the segments, but I couldn't upload like a green screen video, and I was like. So then I'm like, you know, screw it. I'm going to save something, put it to my Premiere, and then just do it on my Premiere. So, yeah. Also, like, I've been going a ton on Instagram Live. I've been going, like, ham on Instagram Live.
You mean TikTok?
Yes. TikTok Live, not Instagram Live.
Meta Live.
Meta Live. That'd be cool. Imagine the metaverse. Just a whole bunch of people. That's basically VR chat at this point.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like somebody being like Ugandan Knuckles, or like just some like meme. Just imagine being Mark Zuckerberg in the metaverse. Everyone's Mark Zuckerberg, and we're like, oh, what are you, user 1023? I'm Mark Zuckerberg. Like Grim Reaper, like he walks up past somebody's like office, and it's the freaking Grim Reaper. I'm in my element. Oh, hey, Josh. Hey, Ben. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on, obviously, in our lives. I got Creator Now starting up again, season 4, which I'm super excited about. The first.
Tomorrow.
Not
2
tomorrow,
days.
Yeah.
Monday.
2 days, yes.
Monday.
Monday, mi madre.
Monday.
Kilo day. I'm Buddha. Yeah, but yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. It's been exciting to just obviously keep creating content. But yeah, TikTok Live's been going nuts. We reached 2,000 followers on there, which is really exciting.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good accomplishment.
Yeah, so hopefully soon, once I'm able to go from how do I say it? Once I'm able to go from what I am now at 2,000, hopefully up to 10,000, and then up to 100,000, video views in the last 30 days.
100 million?
No, 100,000. Not 100 million, Kate. I know you're still stuck on that. It's okay. But 100,000 video views within the past 30 days. Creator fund. That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm excited to see. I'm excited for that journey. Are you trying to, like, deep throat the microphone, Caitlin? You're not Riley Reid, which I don't know if you know who that is.
I probably don't want to know.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I thought my mouth was, like, the same circumference of this mic, but obviously not.
My jaw, I'm going to have locked jaw. My jaw is, like, going to break in, like, 2 different places. And I'm just going to be... I'll become a zombie at that point. Just a zombie. Anyway, you want to try what this looks like on you?
No.
I want to see what you look like with an afro. No.
You put it on. You have dry scalp.
That's okay.
I don't want dry scalp.
You don't get dry scalp from...
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. You're going to put on the mask, though. Look at that. It looks good on Caitlin. Looks good. Why are you screaming, my sister? Why are you screaming, my sister? Okay. Well, with that, again, we're going shorter podcasts because I think you guys enjoy it a lot more. Want to just invest all the time into talking about one thing, multiple things, like the metaverse, Caitlin. Imagine a podcast in the metaverse.
I am the metaverse.
You look like the metaverse. You very much look like the metaverse. That look that you're giving me right now is terrifying because I can't see any of your facial structure. I just see your eyes just piercing
There's
at me.
There's a lot of hair in this. Oh, because of the afro.
Yeah, I think. I'd say so.
I think the afro has dry scalp.
Oh my gosh, Caitlin. It's okay. Anyways, Nation, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy our Halloween episode. We tried our best. I tried my best to, obviously give you guys a little bit of the Halloween spirit in here. Again, could not see the cobwebs on the camera, but Caitlin's over there choking. Again, banner somewhat right there. R.I.P. the banner. Caitlin, R.I.P. her as well. And R.I.P. you, because Halloween is today. So hope you guys do enjoy your trick-or-treating, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. 07. Peace. Peace.